Hey everybody, another fabulous edition of Bird Brain 66 with my good buddy Brian Bretsch on my left or my right. What's up, Brian?
It's all good, Andy. How are you?
Doing well. We are here to look at another fantastic set as we get ready to roll into the 2024 baseball season. And actually, this is a pretty cool set. And actually, Topps has done 2 years of this particular set. It's the Topps Chrome Platinum anniversary set. It's a really cool idea, so Topps will stop doing it. So there's no fear of ever seeing another one of these because that's what usually happens. Anytime there's a really good idea that comes out of there, they pretty much stop any possibility of seeing it again. So, but here it is. I'll start off with Mr. Musial. So in the set, there's actually 700 total cards in the top set with 29 Cardinals. Great pictures, great color. The borders are cool because they're platinum. How about that? They're platinum, not silver, but platinum. You can see you got the old school back on there.
Love the autographs at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really well done. So, I mean, again, another cool idea that you will never see again. There's old red. Anytime we get red in there, that's always a great thing.
Mr. Germantown.
That's right, Germantown, Illinois. Local young man there back in the day. What you
I
got?
like it.
What you
Well,
got
I,
on
I, I like it just because it's a good mix. We talked about this before we started recording, a good mix of, retirees, Hall of Famers, former managers, and the current players. And my one of my favorites in this, I mean, you showed two of them already, but this one right here, just because we can never get enough Whitey Herzog cards in our
I'm glad
collection.
you pulled that one out too because that's one you don't really see of Whitey, a photo. You don't see of him too much.
I would agree. And just again, a good one to have because he doesn't have, at least in my opinion, doesn't have enough cards representing the Cardinal uniform. I know there's others of him in the Royals, and then of course this is the other one that I'm pleased to see in the set
Oh,
as well.
I had that in my hand too because now you just shown the three greatest Cardinal managers right in a row there.
Yep,
So perfect, perfect.
Red, Whitey, and Tony. So yeah, very
Yeah.
good. And again, it seems like on most of these photos that they selected of the players, again, it looks like it's different ones for a change. It's not that they went to the well, at least with some of the old timers. Maybe it's just a close up shot of them, but I think they've done a good representation. There's a few stars in there that I wish that were in
There you
there.
go. There's a blast from the past coming back this year, Mr. Carpenter.
You know. And I would say he's going to be a future Cardinal Hall of Famer. I mean, his last 2 years before he left and now came back were hiccups, and I don't know what was wrong with him, the giddy up in his swing, if they were trying to make him do more things. Because, before they started this whole, he needed to have the upward swing and try to hit more home runs. He was Mr. Double. I mean, what was it uh, before he switched to all that power, led the National League with like 51 home runs, 52, something crazy like that. And, but they needed him to be a power hitter. And I think that just screwed up his swing.
Speaking of power hitters,
Goodbye. And I don't mean goodbye as in kiss that one goodbye, it's over the wall. I mean goodbye, good riddance, adios.
current
See you
Red
later.
Sox, former Cardinal. There he actually co-home run leader that in 2021. So there he is. That's the most fabulous year he had with the Cardinals, obviously. And go ahead and show the co-run home run leader with him there. With him.
Well, I wasn't going there, but go ahead. I had a different one pulled, but I know what you're thinking. This is the one that I had
Oh, there you go.
because look at he's
Current New York Met.
yeah, short hair, no facial hair. I know that for whatever reason, I mean, he's got his female fan club out there, and I shouldn't say for whatever reason, but what my point of this was, I'm glad that he has a fan club. He can have as many people in his fan club as he wants. But the thing that I was saying, whatever about it, is there are people that are barking because they don't like him with facial hair. I'm like, come on, just give the guy a break. Love that. Love that particular shot. That looks like that was taken obviously in the 70s with the sideburns and that, but love that one of
Yeah, it's
giving.
a great photo. I've seen it a couple times, but I think maybe only one other time on a card that I can actually recall. And I think that was in black and white, if I remember correctly.
Right.
I couldn't tell you the particular year or card make or any of that thing, anything like that. But another 200 plus game winner right here. I love it's a cool photo of Wayno, now Fox broadcaster,
Hmm.
former Cardinals coming back, doing new things, doing great things.
Hey, and he just performed at the Grand Ole Opry too with his new country singles and albums. So
He
kudos
did.
to Uncle Charlie there for that. That was the one I had next. Love this one. Another interesting, cool shot of
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. Sorry, guys, about the glare. We talked about this. This is one of those sets because it's got that metallic
She's
look
got
on it.
that very, yes, that sheen that's already on there. It's, it's hard to throw those down here.
Yeah, and plus when we take them out of the penny sleeves, it leaves fingerprints all over them, and that just makes it after a while. The cards kind of.
And I got one of Brian's all-time favorites here that's in the set.
Oh yes, Paulie D.
There he is. Current White Sox. I mean, they're all over the Cardinals all over the place this year.
Yep. Got to show one of your favorites, and I mean that in a good way because the last couple of you showed I don't particularly care for, but I'm talking about former active players, not the Hall of Famers, Brock and Gibson, but I was talking Paulie D and Mr. O'Neill. But this guy, hope he has a speedy recovery. We're going to miss the heck out of him at the beginning of the season, Mr. Edmund.
Maybe not. Maybe Victor Scott comes along and becomes the next big thing, hopefully.
Well, then, but that would be awesome because we can move Tommy back into the infield and he can kind of spell Nolan Gorman if Nolan starts out pretty slowly, or he can back up Mason Wynn. I know that we have Crawford, but I like that. Good shot of Enos Slaughter. Now that would be one that I would say is a pretty common shot of
Yep.
country. I have seen that one quite a bit, but love seeing him in any Cardinal set. Again, going back to the legendary days of the Gas House gang, so that's awesome. Or no, not the Gas House game. Post that he was more in the 40s,
There he is. Another Hall of Fame. It's just a slew of Hall of Famers in this set.
which we've complained long and hard about, which is why we both like these two particular back-to-back years of this Topps Chrome Platinum set. But because we like it, that means it'll go away like the retired series, right?
Yeah, because it didn't come out in 23, so it's looking pretty shaky for any chance of that moving forward. Where are we at here? What else we got?
Well, we've named a lot of the good players, but here's what, we at the top, some of the guys who are gone. I'm looking at Seth Elledge in this set. We have Cody Whitley. We have Tsunami, Carlos Martinez. We have Dexter Fowler. We have, I'm forgetting one of the obvious ones here. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Johan Oviedo, now gone. Colton Wong, now gone. Although Colton had a decent season. There he is, Mr. MVP.
Yeah, don't think I was not gonna. There's your co-home run leader for the 2021. Great shot of goalie there.
So what do you think the odds are? Are we gonna re-sign him for another year or two so he can close out his career as a Cardinal, or you think he's gonna move as a free agent, probably fit in the American League?
Well, I saw that there was a report from Sports Illustrated the other day. So based on when this comes out, that was the other day, but that the Cardinals were actually looking at a 4-year extension, which I thought was a little steep on a 4-year extension for Goldie, just, with him turning 36. And there he is,
Yachty.
king of catchers right there.
Yep.
Yeah, overall, excellent set. And like I said, good chance you won't see it see it again.
That's right. I think we showed everybody. I don't want to show the guys who I was talking out loud about the Oviedos and some of the other guys. Let me look real quick. Flaherty's gone. He's in here, of course. Who else
I'm gonna
did we?
show. I'll show this guy just for
Oh,
fun.
you forgot one of the Hall of Famers. Not that I'm pointing fingers at you. I forgot about him too. Mr. Recent Hall of Famer, Scott
He's
Rowland.
right here. I had him. He was coming up.
All right, well, there you
There he
go.
is. There he is.
That's a
So,
good shot of him too.
there you go. Roll Ramirez.
Yeah.
Because this happens all the time where I go back and see it, look at a set, or I'm looking through something, and I'm like, when the hell did that guy play for the team? Or I don't even remember if this guy played for the team. And it's like, oh, he had one start, or
Right.
yeah, and literally a cup of coffee, more like an espresso.
That's right. So I was doing the card of the day the other day, and that got me to thinking about guys like John Mabry and Aaron Miles, guys who have been with the Cardinals, multiple times. There's the
Just because,
enigma.
just because you asked for it, Brian.
Yeah, the enigma. We can't figure him out. Either can the Cardinal organization. He can't figure himself out. So we'll just leave it alone. Don't have anything against the guy personally. I wish him all the luck in the world.
I wish he would freaking just kill the ball, but for whatever reason,
Yeah. I don't know if it's just
big things in Detroit this year
I
because we've
I
been
get
waiting for big things in St. Louis for years. But here he is. One final look at Jack.
do me a favor. Go to the
Yes.
back of that card. Tell me how many career or not career wins, excuse me. What was his season high in terms of victories so we can put that
Well,
issue to
see,
rest?
I think I had it remembered at one time. It was 11, the season high. So that, and he did have that one, the stretch. Matter of fact, it was in 21 where I think he was like 9-1 and then he got hurt.
Right.
I believe that's what
That's
happened.
right.
Had a lot of potential, but just never played out. It happens.
Right. But it goes back to all this talent that, when you get a good superstar veteran, you and I are in the same boat. You you got to move them. That's guys. We come up with issues to talk about for shows that sometimes we wish after we were done just having a regular conversation because we talk darn near every day for about a half an hour to an hour without even recording about all these different things and just talking about the potential of players, the Brett Wallaces of the world, and oh my God, you can't trade a Brett Wallace, or my God, we can't let Jack Flaherty go. And it's like I think sometimes fans and even the organization just looks at this stockpile of talent and what they can control in terms of salaries and that, and or we just pick favorites and we keep throwing the favorites out there over and over again, and then when they fizzle out, then we've let too many other players walk. But
I was listening to you, but I wanted to point something out that I meant to point out, but I didn't. If you've noticed on all these cards, the cardinal emblems are different.
mhm. Yeah, over the
So
years.
yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and point that out on these particular cards too. So
And they've got that great look too, and it's escaping me right now of like 50, what, 53 tops maybe. I'm trying to remember where I've seen that look, or maybe it's just a combination. But yes, I do like the variety of the logo there on the left side of the signature. I think that's pretty cool, and a
yeah,
lot of good looking shots of players. And here's the thing that I always marvel at too. So I can always tell when a player is really going to make the team or not. And I'm talking the newer players, not any of the older guys. But I love it when they show guys like this and they don't have a uniform number. That pretty much to me always tells me that obviously it's a spring training shot, which is not rocket science
I
because
heard
that's
a good story about that that I'll share on a upcoming show because
okay.
a retired player talked about how that one of his cards and how that all came about. So
Yeah.
basically they're throwing these younger guys, they're just throwing stuff together. They may not even be an official uniform just so they can get a picture. And sometimes they're just happening in parking lots or
Right, exactly.
wherever the photographer can happen to get the picture. So
Yeah.
some of these aren't even, some of them don't even appear at spring training or at a ballpark, or it's just whatever the background might happen to be.
Right, right, right. And I wish, it's gotten a lot better over the years, but man, there was a time during the 60s and even the 70s that you wish that they would have had somebody there to tell people to smile or not talk when they take the picture, because it almost looks like it's in the old days of the cameras where you took just one shot and you prayed that everyone had their eyes open, that they weren't making a goofy face because you didn't have the ability to look at it and delete right there on the spot. But man, there are some bad looking shots. But yes, I really want to hear that story on another upcoming
Or
upcoming.
the reference of one of the cards of the day the other day with a kendo with the pencil lead that was sticking out of his uniform pants.
Yeah.
That's that kind of stuff. Attention to detail, folks.
Yeah, thank you. You were the only person. I was waiting for somebody to comment about that. There's a couple of other ones out there that we'll have to find. Again, there's just lots of good ones. Now, I did, not stealing thunders for an upcoming card of the day, I did find in an old Stadium Club set, and I won't tell the year because it's going to be coming up as a card here real soon because I didn't write it down. I got to go back and look through about 3 years to make sure I pull the right one, but a great looking action shot of Ozzy in the field, which we always talk about, never happens. And transitioning into that, how surprising is it that the Wizard isn't in this set?
It was shocking, actually. I mean, I can't believe out of the number of players they had in here that Ozzy didn't make an appearance. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of happy that he's like, hey, somebody actually freaking made a set that Ozzy didn't appear in, which even this year, he's already in the 24 set. I mean, it's just
Mhm.
it's phenomenal. I mean, we all love the Wizard, but it's like crazy. It's like,
He is the throw in, and that's what I call it to everything. And again, and not a knock against him. I love having as many Ozzie Smith cards in my personal collection, just like you do. And again, no knock at it, but I just consider him now the throwaway when there are,
well,
like we've shown some of these other
you're gonna
folks.
have another guy because Pujols is also going to fall in that category, which he already has because
Yeah,
he appeared in a number of cards sets last year. Again, he's already into 20 in the 24 set. So it's
right. It's easy for the people who don't put a lot of thought behind it. But this, I'm not, again, not this set because there was a lot of thought going into it with Suter, with Brock, not Brock, but I don't know why I said Brock. Brock's always a good one to have in there, but LaRussa and Herzog, those are the cool ones in my mind. And it was good seeing Roland in here now as a Hall of Famer too. So
yeah.
good overall set. So we've got lots of things coming up. Maybe we'll surprise you guys someday by just randomly recording one of our conversations that we're having because they are entertaining. Um, but this was fun as always. Anybody else you want to show, or you want to get ready to wrap up? I think we covered just about everybody
I think
except
we can wrap it up. Only thing I got, I didn't have a lot for 21 because it's, you know, top movie was, I think, Spider-Man No Way Home or something like that. Another Marvel movie. Adele was 30 album, and what was the girl's name? Dua Lipa. I can't even pronounce her name.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa. There you go.
Yeah,
Levitating was a top song of
yeah.
21. So there you have it. And the only reason I've ever heard it is because my daughters listen to it. But see,
Same
I can't
here.
even pronounce her name, unfortunately.
Yeah, I only know that because I was corrected enough not to mess it up anymore. So.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa. So anyway, thank you all for watching again. Our work schedules continue to be crazy, so we look forward, honestly, to doing this. So again, anytime you guys can comment, like, or whatever, share with us what you want to see. We promise to have Tony on again in the future. Norm, those are our two top guests. Still working on a couple of former players, but uh, our schedules have been chaotic lately,
Brutal.
so I don't use that as an excuse. So, but on that note, you can find us all over the place now on social media. Here, of course, please continue to watch, and if you don't subscribe to this um, Birdbrain 66 YouTube channel, but we're on Facebook, X, Threads, and I'm missing one of them, but oh well. We're on multiple channels. So look for us, follow us. We appreciate it. So on that note, thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time.